Hello and welcome to another episode of Dance Teachers Academy. I am your host, Jose on a mic, and with me as always is the lovely, amazing dancer, Ame. How are you doing?
Excellent.
You're looking beautiful, girl. I'm digging that red. As you can clearly tell from behind the scene here, we are still at Emerald Ball and having a great time. Wayne and Donna Ing are doing a fabulous job here. They actually own the Hilton LAX. We have with us today Nazar. How are you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
You're looking fabulous, dude.
Thanks
I'm digging
for
it.
being
Hey,
here.
nice kerchief.
Ready for the evening.
Yeah.
What is it that you have going on this evening?
I'm gonna watch Rising Star events tonight.
Oh, right
Very
on.
interested to see that.
There we go.
So your partner is not here.
No.
Where is she?
She's teaching. She's on a teaching trip in Tennessee right now, and I'm gonna fly tomorrow to Washington, and she's gonna do the same. And we're doing a show on Saturday in DC. So unfortunately, I will not be able to see all the events here, but at least I'll see tonight.
Yes, it'll be nice. So you're current champions.
Correct.
In the American Rhythm.
Correct.
How many?
Ooh, freshly minted. Nice.
Yeah. How many have you got under your belt now?
3.
3. Congratulations.
Great. Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you.
So is it hard up at the top to keep that top spot?
Yeah, it sure is.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sure is.
People
Now,
want
were
that
you-
spot, right?
Were you expecting him to say, what, just this?
It definitely is. Or I'll say was, since we're retired, so that is no longer a problem.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
There we go.
okay. So what are your plans now then?
Well, we're teaching very extensively, and we're doing lots of shows, and doing pro-am with our students.
Dude, you're still young. Are you retired already?
That was enough.
Wow.
That was a great ride, and we enjoyed it, and now it's time for other things.
Yeah, someone's like, you know what? Go out on top. I'm good with that.
That's right.
The timing of things is so important, right? So what made you decide, what was your decision at this time to retire?
Well, we had that thought about 6 months, maybe even earlier, before we actually announced the retirement. We kind of knew that we go into last year. We didn't exactly talk about it, but two of us did know about it. So that just something we planned like that. So.
Wow. Well, you know. It's like,
We figured 3 was enough, and there are other things in life that we would like to try and see and pursue. So.
Well, I love that. So probably better to do that than to get to a point where you're not enjoying it, or it's just too much, or yeah.
Correct. Well, a lot of people do understand, but not everybody understands the toll it takes on the body. Really, I mean, it is great to be a champion. It's great to be a finalist, but it is a very, very, very hard work, which anybody who does it will tell you. I'm sure you know that. So. At some point we decided that we about had enough, since we did it for 25 years and 27 actually, so we figured
He looks 27.
I was going to say, he looks 27, like came out of the womb with shoes on.
Yeah.
So we made a decision, and we're quite happy with that.
Great.
And ultimately, that's the important thing. It's like, hey, listen, I'm good with the decision.
That is correct.
Awesome. I like that. Go out on your own terms. I
That is
like
correct.
that. Get another nugget here. That one's free.
Right. So what are some of the things that you really focus on with your students to create better dancing?
Well, of course, I'll say the most important thing, and probably everybody will tell you, it's basics. It's concentrating on that, on the lower levels, and constantly revisiting that, and making sure we still, the student still sticks to the correct technical actions. Doesn't matter which style he or she does, because in the end of the day, this is really the most important thing. So, and of course, with the competitive students, also important the performance, the way they look, the way they present themselves on the floor, stamina, because it's brutal. So.
That's dancing all day.
Oh yeah.
So do you ever come across students or people that you coach that just feel like that's too boring for me to do the basics? And what would you tell them?
Well, we usually try to impress upon them all the time how important it is, and in the end of the day, the way they change their weight is really what is being judged. It's not the tricks and the dips and some gimmicks and all that stuff. It is important when everything else is even, let's say, with the other couple. But if you dance in promenade and you're walking with your heel, that doesn't really matter how big your smile is and kind of how
nice your hairline is.
Yes. If you land and if you're doing the lowering and using your heel for that, so that will be a problem. So we constantly emphasize on that, and it works.
Yes.
Works.
Yes.
Stick to the basics.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Keep it simple.
Mm-hmm. So tell me what you think about facial expressions when you watch competitions.
I don't really have a problem with facial expressions by myself. A lot of people say that maybe it was a little bit too expressive, but honestly, we never practice that way. It's just what you feel. Just what you feel on the floor, and if it feels like that, then we do it, and if not. It's very easy to spot when it's artificial or manufactured, sort of.
Sure, fake.
And then it definitely, don't do that. Or you see kind of the same wink in the same place for 4 or 5 rounds in a row, one competition after another. Like okay, that's cute, but maybe something should be different sometimes. But if it's organic, if it just goes from the body, from the movement, or you hear something in the music, I'm for it. I have no problems with that whatsoever.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm talking about. I think the manufactured expressions. And one of our interviews, somebody said Captain Kirk face.
I like that.
I know, I like it too.
It's like, hey, I'm gonna steal that.
I like that.
Yes. Too much fake emotion. I'm like, come on, dude. Settle the body down. Just relax.
Correct. Yeah.
So, in some of the dance, you've been watching some dancing, or you've been busy competing?
Well, I was in the ballroom quite a lot because I was dancing with my students, so I did see some of it. Not all of it, but quite a lot.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think? What I want to say? What are you seeing out there that you could say needs some improvement in some? Like if you're looking at the dancing, other people dancing, and what advice could you say besides the basics, besides in the performance? What do you sometimes see lacking in a couple?
I'll say communication between two dancers. And when I say dancers, now at this point when we're on the floor, it's not. I always say to my students on the lesson, I'm a teacher, you're a student, that tell you what to do, or I nicely ask you what to do. Depends how many times I nicely ask, and then I'll just tell you do that. But
I see where this is going.
Yeah, but on the floor we're partners, so we each have the role to play, and besides technical actions, there should be a communication. If it's, let's say, standard and it's in a closed hold, I will be sending a signal to my partner, and I expect and hope and pray that she pays attention to this. And if it's an open position, so it can be Latin rhythm, smooth, I do expect also I'll say response. I don't want to say follow. I don't necessarily like this. I like to say response. Mm-hmm. Because again, on the floor we are equal. Yes, I'm responsible for the time, and I'm responsible for the direction we're going on the floor. But it's the other half responsibility to react to that, and hopefully in a way that
is pleasing to you.
Yes, not some exotic reaction, but the one I would hope that happens. It happens most of the time. So, but for that, one needs to look for it as well. So sometimes we see in open positions just two people looking in two opposite directions, and it's like, okay, well, I'm not sure who's dancing with whom, especially if it's on a distance. Mm-hmm. Like I still want to see the communication between two people dancing. Mm-hmm. I understand it's a choreographed routine, I get it.
Right.
But I would like to believe it's not.
Right.
So that's what I would like to see.
Uh-huh.
So you don't believe in I don't say believe, but the basic or the traditional lead follow role. It's like, hey, listen, we're a partnership. It's not just I'm doing this and you're doing it.
Yes.
We both have something to do.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. some way it's equal. Again, I have my responsibilities, but
Sure.
It is my partner's responsibility to, I'll say, pay attention, because I'm still in charge of the floor craft. I'm still in charge of the music. So, and if I want to hold the extra 3 beats, I would very much hope that the signal I'm sending to my partner, saying, hey, we're going to just hold right now for 3 beats and then we're going to go, I would very much hope that that signal will be received.
Interpreted, yes.
Yes, and interpreted that way. And I'm like, oh, no, that's my routine. Off we go. Okay.
So, can you tell me a big challenge you may have come across as a dancer or competitor and how you overcame that challenge?
Oh, well, those challenges, I mean, it's like every day, just different ones. We all know the phrase, I'm not going to say it here, but...
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, you know. So, but I mean, there are so many things. It's injuries. There are, lack of time. Not feeling prepared, stressed about not being prepared. Although, let's say, yes, everybody say, yeah, you're fine, but you every time, and I'm sure majority of dancers will agree with me. You never feel like, no, 100%, no, I don't need another lesson, I'm good. You always go in the competitions like, God, I wish I had, another day or another run through or something, but, you go on the floor and you do what you can. Stress probably is the most sort of continuous thing that is there all the time when you compete. Or preparing for the competition.
So the lead into it?
Well, the lead into it, the practices, the
Sure, yeah, all of that.
Traveling
all the time. It takes a toll on the body, and it doesn't matter. You don't feel well, you're sick. I have a competition next week, so you
suck it up and go.
Yeah, you drag yourself in the studio and you practice out and feel good today. Well, boo-hoo.
Boo-hoo. Here's a tissue. Get out on the floor.
So it's a lot of pressure. It's competitive dancing is a lot of pressure, and I believe it's on every level. There's a pressure, especially of course if you're doing a professional and you're on top, because everybody expects you hopes, whatever the word it is, to be perfect. But that we're human beings. We're not perfect.
No, we're not.
You step on a stone and your foot slides, and and it doesn't matter what champion you are. If you step on a stone, you slide. It is what it is. So you just deal with it, right? One of the USDC, I remember, we were dancing semi-final, and that was the end of the swing, and I basically did a whole tumble because I just slid on something, and I just did a whole
kept
tumble.
on going.
Well, you do the tumble, it's like, oh,
you
okay.
Stand up.
You get up and you continue going.
You pop up, hope you did it in rhythm, and
Yeah, and you just hope that as little amount of people just saw that as physically possible.
Maybe they were all blinking at the same time.
Sure. No.
Didn't happen.
Yeah.
That reminds me of this one time our friend Mazin fell, I don't know if you were there, it was at an Emerald. He fell backwards in a tango, and then he looked like a superhero because he fell backwards, something's on the floor. He fell backwards, and then he rolled over, used his core, stood up, and presented himself to his partner, and then off they went.
I know that's why they did the remodeling in the ballroom, because there were cracks everywhere from that fall on the walls.
There you go, Maz.
Hey, Mazin. Love you, Mazin.
Nice dig. Well done, sir.
I'm sure he'll return it.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
That
He hasn't been on yet. So
Mazin is fast.
Yeah.
Mazin is fast. Well, that'll be a fun interview.
That was a well-struck blow, sir. Ciao.
So, can you give some advice to how to... it's not easy for a man and a woman to practice together. God has a sense of humor. It makes a man and woman different. And in communication, do you have some good advice?
I like the long, slow breath before.
Shall we cut the tape now?
Yeah.
Pause.
We'll bleep out all the stuff. Hey, don't worry about it.
Well, I I do believe in communication. I think communication is the key, and it is challenging. It is challenging, and everybody comes with their sort of sets of values and emotions, and everybody's different. In the end of the day, it is important to remember, I think, that we are in it together, and if we fight, and trust me, everybody fights. If somebody
That's right.
sits here and says they don't fight, just
They're lying.
yeah.
There, we got you.
Yeah, not because they want to fight, but because two people very passionate about what they do,
Yes.
and they both want to do their best, and that just happens. So, but we of course had fights. It's normal, but we usually had a routine. It's like, okay, when it gets to the point when it's like, okay, it's not productive, we both just walk away. We have 5-10 minute break. I don't know, drink water. And we come back and like, okay, let's do it again. Because the idea is still, it is a team. So by fighting and just cutting the practice short, all we do, we're helping other teams that are behind. That's in the end of it. So, but I'm rooting for my team.
That makes sense.
I'm not rooting for the guy behind. I'm rooting for my team. So there are days when just nothing works, and it's also important to structure the practices this way. Like, okay, I don't feel creative today, so let's just run through what we have and not it's like, yeah, we have a piece that I'd like to restructure, but not today. And next day you come in, okay, I feel those creative juices flowing, so let's try maybe to figure something out in this piece, maybe different ending or beginning or something. So I do believe different days are good for different things. Like we always felt we always had Monday. It doesn't matter if we competed the weekend or we did not. Monday was like a lost day. Like Monday, just nothing worked ever. So we never really put a lot of
effort into it.
Well,
I wouldn't say effort.
A lot of hope.
A lot of hope. Yeah,
Like,
I was going to say not the effort.
Let's run through the stuff. Let's maybe discuss what didn't work very well during the competition on Saturday night. But let's not stress ourselves here too much. Tuesday was always better. So it was always better as the week progressed.
Sure. That makes sense.
I don't know. It really didn't matter whether we had competition or we just stayed home and had just Monday.
It's just Monday.
It's Monday. So it's important to remember that not all days are good. So there's always other day. There's always other day. If something doesn't work for 30 minutes, just move on and come back to it tomorrow. That kind of sort of
Good.
idea.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know what? It works for you. It works for you. I mean, could be Tuesday for somebody else. I mean, I don't know.
That's true.
All righty.
Very nice.
Well, if we have nothing else to...
I think this was very helpful. I really appreciate you being here, especially because you've been busy.
Yes, he has.
This competition. Very kind of you to stop by and have this interview. I really appreciate you. And we do have to get the two of you together. We'll figure that out.
We'll figure out the day and the time. Maybe in Vegas at the camp.
Yeah.
Are you guys here?
We're still working on that. So
Okay.
yeah, we will figure something out. But we really appreciate your time. Again, we know you've been dancing hard, and you took the time to come look handsome and interview.
He did. Look at it. He's got the links on and everything.
Yeah, smells good. You can't smell him, but
there's
he
a
smells
well-dressed
great.
man right there. Well, thank you for showing up, sir.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank
The
you.
lovely May, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, folks, this has been another episode of Dance Teachers Academy. Thank you for watching.